And good evening, everyone. Welcome to WREP 15 Sports. Eric Burns here giving you the play-by-play call here at Plainfield High School. It's girls basketball action. The 8-2 Martinsville Artesians taking on the 4-7 Plainfield Quakers. This is a conference matchup for the Artesians and the Plainfield Quakers in the Mid-State Conference. We'd like to thank you if you are watching live with us on YouTube.com, the MHS Rewind channel. We appreciate you following along with us for this Friday night matchup for the Artesians and the Quakers. Artesians had an 8-game win streak snapped earlier this week where they lost on the road to the Center Grove Trojans. So the Artesians, who had an 8-game win streak snapped, looks to start a new win streak tonight against conference opponent, the Plainfield Quakers. Plainfield comes into tonight's game. They're 4-7. They're 2-2 in the Mid-State. Martinsville is 3-0 in the Mid-State Conference. So the Artesians lead the Mid-State Conference standings. Plainfield at 2-2. So this is a big game for both teams as the Artesians look to stay undefeated and on top of the Mid-State Conference standings. Plainfield Quaker pep band in the house tonight. They're making some noise. So decent crowd here for a Friday night. Plainfield High School for the girls basketball game between the Artesians and the Quakers. Artesians, their two leading scorers, sophomore Patience Walker comes in averaging just a little over 11 points a game, and Bethany Mackin, the senior, also averaging 11 points, just over 11 points per game. For the Plainfield Quakers, it's a pair of freshmen that lead scoring as the Artesians control the tip. Number 5, Josie Rhodes, and number 20, Ellie Wilkerson, both freshmen to keep an eye on for Plainfield. They average just over 10 points a game, and Paige Dorsett, good position, but going to get called for some steps as she took too much of a hop there getting toward the basket. So the first turnover for the Artesians. And that's how the Artesians' possession will start. So Plainfield with it, the Artesians in a bit of a zone defense here. A little bit of a blow by, and the shot off the mark. Rebound is going to be battled and corralled for. Good strong rebound by Paige Dorsett. It's one of the stronger things she has in her arsenal, her strong rebounding. Good find there. And Gracie Johnson with it. It's tipped, and it is stolen away by Plainfield. The Quakers have it. They go up, and it is fouled as number 20, Ellie Wilkerson, was going to the basket. So that'll be the first team foul for the Artesians. So Wilkerson at the line to shoot 2 free throws. First one off the front of the rim. She'll have one more coming up. Second one is on its way, and it is good. Mackin with it now. Finds Gracie Johnson down low. Found her a little too late. She was wide open, but Patience Walker now with it. She gets double, triple teamed. Mackin takes it, dumps it off to Paige Dorsett for the shot. It's no good. Rebound by Plainfield, and here come the Quakers. Good stop there by Patience. Slowed down the momentum that Plainfield had. 6.5 minutes left to go. A 1-0 game here in favor of the home team, the Plainfield Quakers. Artesians trying to start a new win streak. That three's good. Sarah O'Day with the three-point basket, and it's an early 4-0 lead for Plainfield. Patience Walker for three. It is in and out, no good. Bethany Mackin with the rebound, and she will go to the free throw line. Nice offensive rebound by Marlena Kemp. That'll send her to the free throw line for 2 free throws. And hits every part of the rim, but goes out. Marlena will have one more coming up. That Plainfield pep band creates a lot of noise here at Plainfield High School in this gymnasium. Decent crowd, but that the pep band here for Plainfield makes it seem like there's a lot more people in here with the noise they make. So that's some Artesians will have to adjust to. I'll rebound. Mackin with it now. Walker gets it to Paige Dorsett. Patience will try a three. It's no good. Too long, and rebound taken for Plainfield. 4-1 score, 5:15 left to go in the first quarter. Friday night game here at Plainfield High School. Girls basketball, Artesians trying to stay atop the Mid-State Conference standings. And longtime coach Kurt Binge is going to call a timeout. And it's a 30-second timeout, so he's going to chat some things with his team. Interesting coaching matchup here. Coach Binge, a longtime coach here at Plainfield, over 300 victories for him. And the young coach Jessie Johnson. Coach Johnson, her first year here at Martinsville. She spent a few seasons at head coach at Clinton Prairie, but still very young in the coaching world. So we've kind of got the new up-and-coming coach and the veteran coach matching wits in tonight's game. Right now the Quakers have a 3-point advantage, but it's early. 5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, and it's only a 3-point advantage. 4-1 is your score. The only points coming from a free throw by Marlena Kemp. And it's a steal by Marlena Kemp. Gets it to Paige Dorsett. Now the steady-handed point guard Gracie Johnson with it. And it is stolen, thrown up, and it is taken by Plainfield. Too hard off the backboard. Ellie Wilkerson could not finish. Gracie Johnson is triple team, but gets it to Bethany Mackin, the senior. Bethany's going to drive. She's going to take it all the way and score. So Bethany Mackin with the bucket. Artesian stay in a 2-3 zone here. Artesians have been a very good defensive team, and right there, it's another steal. Bethany Mackin with the steal. Patience Walker puts up the lay-in and scores. So now the Artesians have a 1-point lead, 5-4, 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. Little 15-footer from the elbow, no good. And corralled, rebound Marlena Kemp, and here comes the Artesians offense. Patience Walker thought about shooting it, decided to back it up, and now Gracie Johnson will reset the offense. Gracie steps in, shoots it. No good, but a rebound by Bethany Mackin. Get a little bit of contact, no call. Gets another chance at it, no good. Paige Dorsett with another rebound and scores. Paige Dorsett, a nice strong offensive rebound. She's got 2 points. Artesian's doing a good job on the glass. They've gotten a few offensive rebounds. That last one led to points from Paige Dorsett. Here comes Wilkerson, and she's going to get fouled on the floor. Going to be the second team foul. That is the second one, though, on Gracie Johnson. She's got both of the Artesian team fouls, so we're going to have a substitution coming in. And it looks like Jersey Tannehill will come in for the Artesians in place of her. And an inside pass Kaya Habercorn with the bucket. And that was an easy underneath out-of-bounds play for Plainfield. A little too easy probably for Coach Johnson. Patience in a little bit of trouble. She gets it to Mackin, and Mackin is going to get called for traveling. Plainfield will try a three. It is well short, but it's going to end up in the hands of Ketterhorn. She cannot get it, but it's taken away by Plainfield. Ellie Wilkerson with it now. It's another three. It is no good, but it's going to be a foul, and she will have 3 free throws coming up. Macy Woods will be at the line shooting 3 free throws. She was fouled behind the three-point line. Jersey Tannehill, who just came in, picked up that foul. 2:15 left to go in this first quarter. Plainfield's got a chance to make this a 2-point lead. If she can hit them all three, she hits the first one. And hits the second one. So Plainfield has the lead back now, 8-7 with 2:15 left to go in the first quarter. And a perfect 3 for 3 from Macy Woods. Half of Plainfield's points have come from the free throw line, 4 points from the charity stripe. Down low, Dorset couldn't hang on to it, had it disrupted by Jay-Z Rhodes. And Rhodes is going to get fouled there on the side. Looks like Patience Walker will be the one whistled for the foul, so that's 4 team fouls. It's only the first on Walker, but 4 team fouls, so something to keep an eye on going into the second quarter, especially if Plainfield, a strong shooting team, free throw shooting team. They're 4 for 5 so far in this first quarter. Wilkerson with it, and that's a moving screen. Good call there. Top of the key is Josie Rhodes, the freshman, one of the leading scorers on this team with a clear moving screen. Good call by the official there. That's the second team foul for the Quakers. 1:45 left to go in this game. Artesian's trying to get the lead back. They're down by 2. And that pass is at the feet of Paige Dorset. She can't get it. And another turnover for the Artesians. That's another 3. It's in and out, though. Patience Walker with the rebound. She's going down court, taking it aggressive. Good find to Marlena Kemp and scores. Great pass by Patience Walker, and Marlena Kemp finishes it with the bucket. She's got 3 points so far. Tie ball game now at 9. Corner 3. It's good. Ellie Wilkerson with the 3-point shot, and it's 12-9 with under a minute left to go. And Patience Walker tried to get it down low to Marlena Kemp, went through her legs, and it's another turnover. It's something Coach Johnson probably not happy with. A lot of turnovers here early in this first quarter. Plainfield will walk it up the court. 37 seconds. I thought I saw Coach Binge yell out from the sideline. He wants 1 shot, so Plainfield may dribble it, pass this around until it may be about under 10 seconds, and then they may go. 23 seconds now. Guarded by Bethany Mackin. Now swings it over to the other side, guarded by Patience Walker. 14 seconds now. Artesian man-to-man defense. And a 5-second call. Coach Johnson was calling for it, and finally the official agreed. It was a 5-second call, and the Artesians will have 7.2 seconds left. Good defense there by the Artesians. See what Martinsville can do here. 5 seconds now. They're going to have to go quick. Patience Walker with it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. She's going to heave up a 3 off the mark. Maybe not the shot that Coach Johnson wanted, but that's how the first quarter will end. The Artesians down 3 after 1 quarter, 12-9. We'll be back to the second quarter after this.
Our definition of a relationship is being able to look you in the eye and hear about your concern, hearing about your family, hearing about your job, hearing about your aspirations, getting to know you, and positioning ourselves to help you meet those dreams. Now that sounds pretty old-fashioned, but we're not willing to give that up. We're simply not going to give that up.
For all the banking services you need, there's no place like home.
Join the majority.
Welcome back, everyone. WREP 15 Sports. Eric Burns here giving you the play-by-play call of the girls basketball. And we've got a travel to start this second quarter on Plainfield, so Artesians will get it back. Artesians had some turnovers of their own in the first quarter, and that's why I think the biggest reason Plainfield has a 3-point lead. 12-9 here to start this second quarter. Mackin trying to get it to Patience Walker, but good defense on her. Macy Woods, strong defender. Patience gets to Marlena, flips it to Mackin. She can't pick it up. And finally corralled by the Artesians. Patience down low to Mackin, runs into a defender, no call. And the pass a little bit too much in front of the Plainfield player, and now Plainfield will have to reset. A little help from Paige Dorsett. Habercorn with it. Artesians started in 2-3 zone. Now they're in man. And we're going to have a foul. See who they get this on. It's either going to be on Delaney Wolf or Paige Dorsett. It's going to be on Delaney Wolf, her first, and the team's 5th. Plainfield will have the ball underneath their own basket. They had a good out-of-bounds play in the first quarter. It led to a wide-open layup. This time, no such luck. Good defense there by Martinsville. Paige Dorsett guarding Josie Rhodes. Down low, wide open there, and it's going to fall. Josie Rhodes with the 2-point bucket. Her first points of the game, and another turnover for the Artesians. And a lot of these turnovers have kind of been unforced turnovers. Looking across the court, Coach Johnson, she does not look too happy. Ashlyn Trailer, the freshman, will come in, and we've got another moving screen against Plainfield. They had one of those earlier in the first quarter, and now they got a second one. So Artesians will get it back. And Plainfield's defense has been really tight against the Artesians. As you can tell, only 9 points, and there's Patience Walker, who just goes all the way. As soon as I say that, Patience Walker splits a couple defenders and takes it right into the lane at the basket, and will go to the free throw line for a chance at 2 points. Cannot get the first one. Has one more coming up. 6:17 left to go in this first half. Does get the second one to fall. She's got 3 points on the night. Balanced scoring for Martinsville. Marlena Kemp in that first quarter with 3 points. Bethany Mackin with 2. Paige Dorsett with 2. And Patience Walker with 2. Also balanced scoring on the other end. Ellie Wilkerson had 4 points. Macy Woods with had 2. O'Day had 3. Marlena. Good defense on her. That splits the defenders. Ellie Wilkerson, she's got 6 points. And another near steal. Patience Walker tried to get that to Paige Dorsett, but knocked out of bounds. Bethany Mackin will come in for Patience Walker. Ashlyn Traylor, good little give and go, but Bethany Mackin just loses it. She had a shot at a layup, but couldn't quite corral it. Artesians trail by 6, 5:35 left to go in the second quarter. Down low, Habercorn being guarded by Paige Dorsett. Shot is up and good. And Coach Johnson will call a timeout. So 18-10 is your score. Plainfield leads it. Coach Johnson trying to get her team fired up. Comes out a little sluggish on this Friday night. So Artesians need to find a spark and also find a way to take care of the basketball. Too many turnovers here in this first half. Marlena Kemp has it at the three-point line, gets it to Paige Dorsett. Mackin gets it into the paint. Cross-court pass, it's going to be stolen away. And all the way for an easy layup. Ellie Wilkerson with the bucket. Points off turnovers have killed the Artesians. They trail by 10. Bethany Mackin kind of forced that one up into some traffic. No good, and Plainfield now has it with 4.5 minutes left to go. And that foul is going to be on the floor. It's going to be the 6th team foul, so no bonus yet for Plainfield, but the next foul will put them at the free throw line. First on Bethany Mackin. Tried to get it inside, but nearly stolen away. And we've got a foul, not a tie-up. I thought that should have been a jump ball. It's going to go on Delaney Wolf, and that will be a bonus situation for Plainfield. Ellie Wilkerson will be at the free throw line for the 1-on-1. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Patience Walker will come back in for Delaney Wolf. Gracie Johnson on the bench. She had 2 fouls pretty quickly in that first quarter. So Artesian's starting point guard has been on the bench, and that free throw is no good. Good strong rebound by Marlena Kemp. The Artesians can get a bucket here. They need something. Not much has gone right for them here in this second quarter. Mackin gets it inside. Good shot and scores. Maybe that'll be the start. Corner three is no good. It's long. Jersey Tannehill with the rebound, and now here comes Bethany Mackin. See if she can do it again. Nearly stolen, but Patience Walker gets it to Paige Dorsett, who scores back-to-back buckets for Martinsville. Maybe they can go on a little bit of run here. 3:40 left to go in the first half. Artesians were down 10. They've scored 2 straight buckets, but Plainfield responds. That's no good. Marlena Kemp with it, puts up the shot. It's no good. That bucket is no good, and Paige Dorsett with the rebound. Patience Walker's being hounded by her defender. Gets it to Mackin, trying to get it down low. Good position from Marlena Kemp. It just goes in and out. .250 left to go in the first half. Artesians down 8 to the Quakers. And Coach Binge of Plainfield calls a timeout with 2:35 left to go in the first half. Artesians down by 8. This will be a full timeout. Plainfield outscoring the Artesians 10-5 this quarter. Artesians down by 3 going into the end of the first quarter, down 12-9. But the second quarter, other than the last minute where the Artesians were able to get back-to-back buckets, just haven't had a ton of success in the second quarter. Turned it over quite a few times. That's hurt, and haven't had some shots go down. Thought Martinsville had a little bit of a run, had kind of back-to-back buckets, but Plainfield was able to answer with a bucket of their own, and now they've got the basketball and looking to make it a double-digit lead once again. Artesians have been down by as much as 10. Important game here for the Mid-State Conference. Plainfield 2-2, Artesians at 3-0. Plainfield with wins against Perry Meridian and Greenwood. Their 2 losses, Whiteland and Franklin. Whiteland is a team that the Artesians beat a couple weeks ago. Artesians also have wins against Greenwood and then Mooresville, who Plainfield has not played yet. So let's see if we can get a defensive stop here for the Artesians. Have this last 2 minutes, 20 seconds go the Artesians' way. That shot is no good. And Patience Walker now with it. Has a defender right on her hip, tries to go baseline, gets in a little bit of trouble, gets it out to Paige Dorsett though. Patience Walker runs point. 1:43 left to go. She's going to take her defender, puts up a floater. It's no good. Bethany Mackin, though, with the offensive rebound, and she's going to get fouled inside on the floor. Only the 5th team foul for the Quakers, so Artesians should have it on the side. Josie Tannehill with it, looks down low, can't find anybody. Tried to get it to Patience Walker, back cutting. Contact there underneath, no call. Marlena Kemp is going to get called for a double dribble. Tried to get it on the left side of the rim. Picked up her dribble, then dribbled it again. So a turnover for the Artesians with 1:13 left to go. Plainfield will have it. Good defense there by Jersey Tannehill, forcing that Plainfield turnover. Sarah O'Day tried to dribble at baseline, stepped on the out-of-bounds line because of good defense there by Tannehill. Marlena Kemp with it up top. Bethany Mackin down low to Tannehill. Tannehill passes it to Patience Walker. Walker puts it up and gets fouled. Patience will go to the line for 2 free throws. Jersey Tannehill had a chance at the layup, decided to pass it up to Walker. She's at the free throw line to shoot 2. 43 seconds left in this first half. And Patience hits that one. She's 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And she hits both of those. Artesians have cut this lead to 6 points. It was 10 points at one point in the second quarter. 36 seconds left. In the first quarter, Plainfield had it with about this much time left and was waiting for one shot, and they got a 5-second violation called against them. Artesians were able to take the last shot. Now 20 seconds. Artesians forcing Plainfield to do something, nearly threw it away. Marlena Kemp could not get her hand on it. 13 seconds. And we've got a whistle, and it looks like it's going to be a foul. So that's going to send Plainfield to the line for still 1-1, though. It's 8th team foul. The second personal on Bethany Mackin, it looks like. And Abby Bowman will come in for Bethany Mackin to ensure that she doesn't pick up her 3rd foul. Coach Binge will also do some substituting as well. Habercorn cannot hit the free throw. Artesians should be able to get the last shot. 7 seconds. Gets it to Marlena Kemp from the free throw line. And it goes down. Marlena Kemp with a bucket. And that will do it for the first half. So Artesians going a little mini run there to end the first half. They go into the locker room down 4, 22-18 to the Plainfield Quakers. We're going to take a quick break, then we'll be back for the halftime stats after this.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face, yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
And welcome back, everyone. WREP 15 Sports. The Artesians at halftime trail the Plainfield Quakers 22-18, the Mid-State Conference game here. We'll go ahead and break down the scoring for the first half for Plainfield. Josie Rose, who came into tonight's game averaging 10.3 points a game. Her team's done a good job with her. I've only got her down here for 2 points. Ellie Wilkerson, the second leading scorer, not too far behind from Josie Rhodes. She has 8 points, so Wilkerson making up for some of the scoring that Rhodes isn't able to do in that first half. Macy Woods will hit 3 free throws in the first quarter. She's got 3 points. Kaya Habercorn has 2 points for the Quakers. Sarah O'Day hit a 3 in the first quarter. She's got 3 points. And then Audrey Talent and Anna Talent each have 2 points apiece. For the Artesians, 4 players have entered the scorebook scoring-wise. Marlena Kemp leads it with 5 points, tied with Patience Walker, also has 5 points. And Bethany Mackin has 4. Paige Dorsett with 4 points. So those 4 Artesian players in the scoring column here for a 22-18 deficit that the Artesians face. Had a little bit of a spurt there in that into the second half. So they were down 10 at one point, 20-10, and then they came back and battled a little bit. Now only trail by 4, 22-18. So hopefully Coach Johnson can make some adjustments, just clean up some turnovers. That's really one of the biggest key issues that the Artesians have been having. So Eric Meyer sat down with Coach Johnson at Inside Artesian Basketball earlier this week. Let's go ahead and take you to that clip right now.
I thought the kids played really well on Saturday. They came out with energy. They executed the game plan. And it was just a great conference win to kind of boost us into the lead of the conference right now.
Every time we talk about the contest with you, the first thing that comes to mind is defense. And again, the defense at the forefront of that contest.
We probably talked for a whole week. We had 5 days of preparation for Whiteland, and we talked for a whole week just about how good of a shooting team that they were, how we're going to have to get out and close out the shooters, and we held them to 2 3-pointers in the ball game, and 33 points for the contest. It's just a great accomplishment for our kids.
9 points at half, really getting after it. Seemed like you did a nice job of keeping them. They have 3-point shooters, but they got some shots, but they always seemed contested, like you said. It also seemed like you maybe forced them back off that line.
Yeah, 9 points in the first half, 2 points in the second quarter. And, we just really worked on making them take shots out of their comfort zone. And I think that, rewatching the game film, that you can see we did that.
Also, a little bit of vet. You can see your team starting to learn some things, becoming a little bit more veteran. These are kids that have played a lot, but haven't always been the kids that have been the go-to players. Whiteland makes a little bit of a run at you there, but really no panic on your team. You guys kind of regroup and then pull away there at the end for the victory.
We talked about, going into the fourth quarter, how we have this lead, but it doesn't mean that, the game is over. They're going to come back and, kind of make a little push at the beginning, which they hit a couple threes, and I think they got it to maybe within 8. But again, you're right. Our kids just took it in stride, and, we talked about, hey, now's the time where you need to get a bucket and a stop, and they did just that. And so, again, we're just proud of how they've been playing.
When you look back at this game and on this Saturday afternoon, who are some of the kids or some of the things that stood out to you from the game tape?
Gracie handled just the ball pressure really well. I thought especially in that second half they were kind of coming after her. I thought they might have pushed her around a little bit. We had some no calls in terms of reaching in and slaps and things like that. But I thought she handled herself really well and kind of led the team. And I think, when she's at the forefront handling the ball, everybody else is just a little more comfortable in their role. And I thought she did a really good job that night. You
mentioned the physicality a little bit, and it was a little bit of physical, but I think credit to your team. They held their composure as Whiteland got a little, chippy would be the word there in the game.
It's a big rivalry. It has been for the last few years. And yeah, the 5 kids that we had in the game at that point, they're not scared of that pressure. They're not scared of that physicality. I think that they embrace it, and I think that that's kind of what led us to hold off and hold Whiteland off and get the win.
Get the big win. Lady Artesians continue to play well as that winning streak continues to climb. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights of the victory over Whiteland here. And you mentioned Gracie Johnson. Here's Gracie on the drive.
So this is the first score of the game, and again, I think it just sets the tone with her out front, kind of getting that steal and the rebound and pushing it out. And then Paige with the nice 15-foot jump shot. We're really lucky with Paige and Marlena, how they can hit from the corners, they can hit from the elbows and the free throw line. So that kind of you have to extend your defense when we play other teams.
Here's that. It makes it 10-5 here, and they have 9 points, 12-9. They aren't going to score again in the first half here.
So again, we gave up that 2 points in the second quarter, and then I think that we kind of went on this little run from there, starting with that Gracie Johnson layup, and then this Patience Walker three-pointer. She's been shooting the ball pretty well lately, which we're happy to see. I think we share the ball well here. You know, that's some of our goal is to get the ball inside, get it to our post players, and then make the defenders, you know, kind of spread out a little bit. And then Delaney Wolf came in the game. She had to play because of some foul trouble, and came in really well, looked to score, looked for her shot, and that's exactly what we need her to do.
Bethany had a little bit of a run here, too, on her own toward late in the game where she started to find the range.
You know, Bethany never gives up on her, on herself, on her teammates. So regardless of if she's, you know, hot from the beginning or if it takes her a little while, I think she does a really good job at recognizing what kind of shots she needs to take. And again, I think all of our kids have been playing well and doing better with their shot selection and understanding, you know, what their strengths are in terms of, you know, getting to the basket or helping other people score. And I think that that's another reason why we've been successful. Here we're breaking some pressure, and then again Bethany takes it into the basket, which those last you know, few plays are exactly what her strength is, getting to the basket and finishing with over defenders.
And like you said, they had a little bit of a run there late. They were trying to come at you, but you guys were able to handle the pressure pretty well and be able to take advantage of that and get to the hoop.
And we haven't really been pressed a ton this year. And so I thought, you know, that was pretty impressive how, you know, they just took it in stride. We knew that they were going to come out with a 1-2-2 press, and, you know, they handled it beautifully.
And welcome back, everyone. WREP 15 Sports there at Plainfield High School. That was Coach Johnson with Eric Meyer inside Artesian basketball. You can catch those live on the youtube.com MHS Rewind channel. Those come out Tuesday nights, so if you're also can get channel 15 through your antenna or local cable company, you can catch those as those come out on Tuesday night. Coach Staggs, the boys basketball coach, those come out Thursday, and you can also catch those on youtube.com as well. About a minute left to go here at halftime as the Artesians trail the Plainfield Quakers 22-18. This will be our last girls basketball broadcast for some time, but that doesn't mean that the Martinsville Artesian girls basketball are going to take that long of a break. They have a few away games coming up. They play at Manual and then at Franklin Central. And they also have a big tournament coming up over break at Columbus North. There's about 8 teams in that tournament, some good competition, so that'll be a good measuring stick for Coach Johnson in that tournament at Columbus North over the Christmas break holiday here later this month. If you are looking for boys basketball action, they will be back tomorrow, Saturday night. The boys basketball team hosts the Eastern Green Thunderbirds from Greene County at John R. Wooden Gymnasium tomorrow night, Saturday night. You'll be able to catch that live on youtube.com through the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Or if you don't have any plans, come on down to John R. Wooden Gymnasium and support the Martinsville Artesian boys basketball team as they got a win earlier this week against Indiana Math and Science Academy. Their second win of the season. They look to get to 500 to 3-3 with a win against Eastern Green. Artesians, though, girls basketball second half just getting ready to get underway here. They're looking to go to 9-2 and stay undefeated in conference, but they're down 4. Tough Plainfield team here. Little mishandle. Gracie Johnson with it. She sat a lot of the first half with foul trouble. And one thing that might benefit the Artesians, and as Patience Walker splits 2 defenders, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to go back to Plainfield. I was going to say what might help benefit the Artesians. They were going obviously the other direction, the other basket in the first half, and Plainfield's pep band was making an awful lot of noise, and not just music-wise, but just stomping their feet, yelling, and this is probably the loudest venue that the Artesian girls team has played in this season. I don't know if that has anything to do with the way they played in that first half, some of the struggles they had, but they're going the other direction now as that ball is tipped away and Artesians have it, and now the Plainfield pep band is making their way to the exits. I don't know if they'll be back, but that may quiet this place down a little bit and give the Artesians a little bit better chance as Marlena Kemp puts that up. It goes off the front of the rim, and Gracie Johnson has to be careful there. Doesn't want to pick up a third foul this quick. So we will see how the Artesians do in this second half. They're down 4. Went on a little run there at the end of the first half, so had a little bit of momentum going into the locker room, and let's see if they can carry it out. Nothing much from both teams yet early in this third quarter. A little spin move there and a floater in the lane. No good. Gracie Johnson with the rebound. And Gracie with it. She is going to take it all the way and got some contact. No foul as Gracie picks herself up and heads back. But here comes Plainfield. Gracie did a nice job looking off her defender. Looks like it was going to pass it as that three is taken by Wilkerson. It's no good, and Marlena Kemp gets Patience Walker down court. Goes by Habercorn and scores. Patience Walker, who had 5 points in that first half. A little bit of a trap there, but Plainfield gets through it. 6 minutes left to go here now in the third quarter. Artesians only down 2. They were down double digits in that second quarter, 20-10 at one point. Now going back to that second quarter, they've gone on a 10-2 run. Nice give and go, though, from Plainfield. Sarah O'Day with a bucket. Nice pass from her teammate as Patience Walker, a little reverse layup. Does not go. Bethany Mackin goes crashing the boards, but cannot hang on to it. Last touch by Bethany. And Coach Johnson going to set up a 1-2-2 press here. Try to put a little bit of pressure, create some turnovers. Plainfield able to break it. O'Day with it. Habercorn now, and she's going to get fouled from behind by Patience Walker. Second foul for Patience Walker. Down low, and another good play, out of bounds play underneath as Josie Rhodes with the bucket and a chance for the three-point play, and that's twice. They had one earlier, I think in the first quarter, that just a good out of bounds play underneath allowed for an easy layup, and this time Plainfield gets the layup and the foul. Josie Rhodes, who only had 2 points in that first half, came in averaging just over 10, finishes the three-point play there. Patience gets in a little bit of trouble with the trap, but gets it to Gracie Johnson. Walker looking to get it down low. Bethany Mackin shuffled her feet. Sure did. And a timeout here with 5:05 left to go in the third quarter. 30-second timeout. Coach Johnson not liking the way this third quarter is going either. 27-20. It's a 7-point lead for Plainfield. Plainfield, if you're just now joining us, they come in 4-7 overall with a 2-2 record in the Mid-State Conference. They have wins against Perry Meridian and Greenwood and losses against Whiteland and Franklin. So Plainfield struggling against 2 of the Johnson County teams. Artesians have wins over Whiteland, Greenwood, and Mooresville. So they'll stay, Martinsville will stay in the little full court pressure, but no problem for Plainfield. Rhodes with it now. She tries a long two. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Habercorn, no foul called. Artesians fortunate for that. And here comes, looks like Mackin. She gets hit hard, and she's going to stay down for a little bit. She had a tough collision, and that's not good to see as we're going to have a stoppage of play. And Josie Rhodes is going to get called with a foul. That's her third personal, but more importantly now is the health of Bethany Mackin. Mackin, one of the leading scorers, along with Patience Walker, averaging a little over 11 points. And she's just dribbling down the lane and got hit. Plainfield players just kind of standing there and leaned into her and sent Bethany Mackin to the floor. So she's going to have to go to the end of the bench and get checked out. The ball's going to go underneath, so it's going to be Martinsville's ball. And Delaney Wolf will be the one to check in for Bethany Mackin. Hopefully Bethany Mackin's okay. Seems to be going to the, and good play there by the Artesians. They give Plainfield a little bit of their own medicine with a nice out of bounds play and an easy layup. Delaney Wolf there with the bucket. Habercorn with it now. Artesians would like a stop and a score here. Gets it inside, throws it up, no good, and could not hang on to it. Marlena Kemp had it, and then also, I think Delaney Wolf was also going for it. And that should have been a rebound by the Artesians and going the other way, however, off the hands of Martinsville. Macy Woods with it. Plainfield works it around, gets it down low to Habercorn. Nice move, but thought Marlena Kemp had a block, but it looks like it's going to be a foul, and Plainfield will go to the line for 2 free throws. 4:05 to go here in the third quarter. Sarah O'Day will be the one shooting the free throws. It's 3 team fouls for Martinsville. O'Day on the first one. That's well short. One more coming up for O'Day. Second free throw for O'Day. That's off the back of the iron. Marlena Kemp with the rebound. Here comes Martinsville. We got a chance to make this a one-possession game. Patience. Passes it to Dorsett. Dorsett scores. Paige Dorsett's done a good job with that baseline jumper tonight. She's got 6 points. And it's a one-possession game. Artesians down by 3. Gracie thought about going for the steal. Decided not to. Artesians need to play some solid defense here. So far, so good. .310 left to go in this third quarter. Good defense by the Artesians. They're not letting Plainfield get anything. They just keep passing around the perimeter. Finally get it down low, but Paige Dorsett knocks it away, but into the hands of Wilkerson. Plainfield wants to get it inside. They get it to Wilkerson, and it's tipped away. Good active hands and good defensive spots by the Artesians. For the first time tonight, Plainfield offensively just looks a little bit rattled here. Zone for Martinsville has Plainfield in a little bit of trouble of sorts, and a near steal again for the Martinsville Artesians. They just can't seem to get it. Martinsville fans wanted a double dribble. .215 left to go in this third quarter, and it seems like Plainfield's had this ball for 2 or 3 minutes. Just can't get the bucket they want. Head fake. Wilkerson with the floater off the glass. No good, but an offensive rebound for Plainfield. Artesian just can't seem to grab the loose ball. They've had a few opportunities at some, but basketball seems to be bouncing Plainfield's way. 1:49 now. Third quarter, Artesians down 3, 27-24. Habercorn with it now. Just nowhere for Plainfield to go. They want to get it inside and get an easy bucket. They're not going to force anything, which is smart, but just kind of keep passing around the perimeter there. A little inside-out game. And just no one's wanting to take a shot for Plainfield. 119 now. Good defense there by Delaney Wolf. Now gets it inside, and we're going to get a foul. And that looked like it was going to be a turnover as it was knocked away from behind, but they're going to say Patience Walker got too much of the arm or hand or something. Third personal for Patience Walker. We'll see if Coach Johnson keeps her in with 1:07 left to go in the third quarter. 4 team fouls for them. Only 1 team foul for Plainfield. And got to watch out those out-of-bounds plays. Plainfield's had a couple of good ones, but Artesians no issues with this one. O'Day, she goes all the way and going to get fouled on the floor. So no shot. Under a minute now in this third quarter. And the basketball has been on this side of the half-court line in the possession of Plainfield for close to 3 minutes. 3 from the corner is taken. It's no good. Can Artesians grab the loose ball? Paige Dorsett with it. Pull-up shot is good. Number 23, Delaney Wolf. She's got 4 points in this quarter. And now the Artesians only down 1. Down low, Plainfield have it. It's blocked from behind. Marlena Kemp with it. I think Paige Dorsett and Marlena Kemp both got a piece of it. And knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Plainfield. 16 seconds left, and the Artesians have a chance to take the lead at the end of the corner. Coach Binge will make a couple of substitutions. Ball's going to be out on the side. Patience Walker will take it out. Little trouble getting it in and gets it to Gracie Johnson. Dribbles, gets it to Dorsett. Patience Walker with it now. 8 seconds on the clock. Gracie has it with 5 seconds. She's going to have to do something with it. 1 second. Can Walker get a shot off? She does, but is fouled, and she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as the horn sounds. That will end the quarter, but Patience Walker will get 2 free throws to close out this quarter officially. Great play by the Artesians and Patience Walker there at the end to get a shot off. I didn't know if they were going to be able to or not, but Patience got one off and got fouled. And hits it. She'll have one more coming up. This game is tied 27-27. And that one's short. But the Artesians are able to tie it up. And we will go into the fourth quarter with a tie ball game. Conference game for the Lady Artesians. We'll be back with that fourth quarter after this.
Our definition of a relationship is being able to look you in the eye and hear about your concern, hearing about your family, hearing about your job, hearing about your aspirations, getting to know you, and positioning ourselves to help you meet those dreams. Now that sounds pretty old-fashioned, but we're not willing to give that up. We're simply not going to give that up.
For all the banking services you need, there's no place like home.
Join the majority.
Welcome back, everyone. WREP 15 Sports. Eric Burns here. This is the play-by-play of the Montclair Artesian girls basketball team taking on conference opponent, Plainfield Quakers. Just starting the fourth quarter. It's Artesians tied it up there at the end with a free throw by Patience Walker. and some great defense that just stalled Plainfield where they could not even get a shot off as Gracie Johnson scores. She starts the fourth quarter off, and now the Artesians have a lead. Have to go back. I don't know, the Artesians, this may be their first lead as Marlena Kemp, has a steal and nearly tiptoes the sideline and keeps it in bounds, but couldn't keep it in bounds. It's still good play by Marlena, and now Plainfield will have the ball out of bounds. Paige Dorsett with the steal, and now Delaney Wolf has the basketball. We'll give it to Gracie Johnson. Wolf with a long two. It's in and out. Thought she had it. Marlena Kemp was going to keep it alive. Patience Walker. And Delaney Wolf tried spin move there and all the way. I think that's Wilkerson who does score. Ellie Wilkerson, her 10th point of the night on a steal. And then Paige Dorsett can't hang on to it. Gracie Johnson tried a pass. Paige Dorsett was open underneath the basket, just a little too high for Paige to go up and get it. 6:48 left to go in this game. Artesians and Plainfield tied at 29. And it's tipped. Patience Walker with it, puts up the lane and scores. Patience Walker, she's got 10 points. Artesian will stay in a little bit of a 2-1-2 press here. Gracie thought about trying to jump the pass, backed off a little bit. These will be a 2-3 zone here. And this zone really caused Plainfield issues. They just couldn't even get a shot off. Down low, and there's Paige Dorsett who knocked that away. And Mackin with it, gets it to Gracie Johnson. Walker, nice feed, perfect. Patience Walker to Marlena Kemp for the bucket. And that's going to force Coach Binge to call a timeout, and Coach Johnson is excited. Absolute perfection there. The long pass, Patience Walker got it. Then a quick pass down low to Marlena Kemp for the easy layup, and that's something the Artesians have done so well all season long, is just good ball movement to find easy buckets. You can probably point at 4 or 5 different times a game that's happened. That's just good communication and good solid basketball Artesians are playing, and Plainfield playing back on their heels a little bit now. All the momentum they had a 10-point lead, 20-10 in the second quarter. Now they trail 33-19. So since they had that 20-10 lead, Artesians have outscored Plainfield 23-9. Artesians had a little bit of momentum, cut the lead to 4 at halftime. And in the third quarter, stalled out a little bit. Plainfield got it back to 7 points, and then Artesians, thanks to a strong defense, not allowing Plainfield to really get any quality shots. Chipped away, tied the ball game up at the end of the quarter, and now they've got a 4-point lead here with 5:45 left to go in the game. They're trying to stay undefeated in the Mid-State Conference. Just another step closer to a possible conference championship, but they've got to finish this one out. 5.5 minutes to go. And I mentioned earlier in the third quarter that one of the issues that could have been is the Plainfield had a pep band that played throughout the first half and just caused a lot of havoc and noise. And I think maybe had this team a little bit rattled, as that foul's going to be inside. But then at halftime, the start of the third quarter, the band took a break. kind of exited the stands. Now they're back, so we'll see if they are as loud as they were in the first half. They made this gym make it sound like this place was full. As Plainfield's Ellie Wilkerson at the line shooting 2 free throws, and she cannot connect on the first one. 6 team fouls for Artesians, though, so the next foul will send Plainfield to the free throw line. Ellie Wilkerson, she's got 10 points, but struggled from the free throw line so far tonight. She does hit that one. Patience Walker with it. She gets trapped a little bit, but is able to get it out. Artesian still with a 3-point lead, under 5 minutes to go, and cannot connect. Gracie Johnson tried to get a layup. No good. And that's stolen away by Paige Dorsett. She gets it to Bethany Mackin. Bethany Mackin, a 3-on-3. She's going to take it herself, cannot finish. Rhodes with the rebound for Plainfield. A good shot at it there for the Artesians, but could not fall. Four and a half minutes to go in this game. Artesians with a 3-point lead. And a timeout. Coach Bench trying to figure out a way to solve this zone defense that Martinsville has done. It's only a 30-second timeout, but about midway through that third quarter, Coach Johnson threw the zone defense at Plainfield, and Plainfield just not able to find a way to get good shots. They held on to the basketball without a shot for a minute or two until they finally got one. Had a couple chances at it because they were able to get a couple offensive rebounds, but still nothing to go against that Artesian defense. And I mentioned earlier, this will be an interesting coaching matchup as Plainfield's coach, Coach Binge, is a longtime veteran coach. He's got over 300 wins. And then Coach Johnson, in her first year, head coach from Martinsville, and only a few years of head coaching experience. Had some coaching experience at Clinton Prairie before coming to Martinsville. So kind of a rookie up-and-coming coach taking on a veteran coach. And the second half adjustment so far going to the rookie up-and-coming coach. Near travel there. Rhodes is going to try a three. It's off the mark, but a long rebound. And that's what's happened with this this zone defense. You get these long rebounds, and Artesian just can't get to them. Gives Plainfield a second chance, but those second chances haven't hurt the Artesians too much here in this second half. 3:18 left to go in the game. Artesians holding on to a 3-point lead here at Plainfield High School. Rhodes with it now, gets it up top. Wilkerson swings it over to the left side. Artesian just not letting Plainfield get inside. You can tell they're not really wanting to shoot from the outside too much. Cross-court pass, gets it down low to Habercorn, but a little double team. Paige Dorsett there, close to a 5-second call. That three from the corner, it is no good. And Bethany Mackin with it now. She crosses half court with 2.5 minutes left to go. Now that pep band's for Plainfield starting to make a little bit of noise here. We'll see if the Artesians get rattled by it at all. Oh, and try to get it backdoor, Gracie Johnson. It was a good idea, but Habercorn with the steal. And she had to take steps. No call, though. She shuffled her feet, but no call, and out of bounds, last touch by Plainfield. So the bucket by Habercorn makes this a 1-point game, and Habercorn with the jump stop. Drug her feet, the referee missed it. And now the Artesians only a 1-point lead after the bucket by Kaya Habercorn. Paige Dorsett with it now, and Patience Walker. Under 2 minutes left. Mackin down low to Kemp. Kemp turnaround jumper is no good, but she will go to the line for the free throws. So Marlena Kemp with 1 minute 50 seconds left. Trying to extend the Artesian lead. She will with the first free throw. One more coming up, and it falls. So good job by Marlena Kemp. She's 3 for 4 from the free throw line. She's got 9 points. Artesian staying a bit of a press here, but gets it across half court. Habercorn with it. Plainfield trails by 3. Rhodes now with it. Artesian stay in that zone, and why wouldn't you? There's a 3 though. That's long. In and out, no good. Paige Dorsett finds an open Patience Walker. Can she finish the layup? She does. Patience Walker with her 12th point of the night and a 5-point lead now. Artesian have to stay strong on defense, and a double dribble caused by Marlena Kemp as Rhodes picked up her dribble. And with 1:03 to go, Artesian will have it out of bounds with a 5-point lead. Can the Artesians hang on? And that was the last touch by Plainfield. Tried to get it to Gracie Johnson, but Macy Woods touched it last. And Gracie Johnson gets it across half court, no problem. And a foul by Plainfield. The thing is, that's only the 4th team foul for Plainfield, so if they're going to try to get Artesians on the free throw line, they're going to have to foul 3 more times. So Artesian with a chance to burn a little bit of clock here. Bethany Mackin with it, and she's going to get fouled. That's only the 5th team foul, so is able to burn a few seconds off the clock. Mackin with it. She dribbles it out. And a turnover. That's not what the Artesians want. Turned it over with 50 seconds left. Artesians have to take care of the basketball. Rhodes cannot hit this jump shot. Had an open look, couldn't hit it. Gracie Johnson with it now. Avoids the trap, but gets fouled with 37 seconds left. So the turnover does not hurt Martinsville, as Rhodes could not hit the shot. And the 6th team foul, so 1 more foul left. So we'll see if Coach Binge fouls here. Gracie Johnson with it. No foul yet. Patience Walker now. Bit of a double team. Gets it out in the hands of Rhodes. Rhodes steals it. And a foul there, Bethany Mackin, with 24.9 seconds left. So the official is going to say this is a 1-and-1. It was on the floor, not in the act of shooting. So this is a 1-and-1 for Rhodes. And she hits it. She's a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She's got 1 more coming up. So a chance to make this a 1-possession game if she can hit it. She does. So Artesian's going to get a little bit of pressure here. Gracie Johnson gets it across half court, no problem. Little stutter step. Keeps her dribble alive, and she's going to get fouled, and that'll send Gracie to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Gracie has not attempted a free throw tonight. The senior, though, at the line, averaging just under 7 points a game. Only 2 points, but you have to wonder, Gracie sat on the bench for a majority of the first half in foul trouble. Then when she came in at point guard, cannot hit the free throw. When she came in at point guard, the turnovers kind of went down a little bit, but right now you got to play defense. 12 seconds left. Plainfield needs a 3 to tie it. 8 seconds left. Rhodes with it, and Coach Binge is going to call a timeout with 6.2 seconds remaining. 37-34. A 3 would tie it for the Quakers. Plainfield hasn't hit a lot of threes. Martinsville, if I'm correct on my scorebook, they haven't hit any threes, and Plainfield, I believe, has only hit 2. They have 1 from Ellie Wilkerson and 1 from Sarah O'Day, both of those from the first quarter. I don't think the Plainfield's hit any three-point shots since then. And after Martinsville, you don't want to foul, or do you? You may be you may foul here, send him to the line, because 2 points aren't going to hurt you, but what you don't want to do is foul in the act of shooting. So if Coach Johnson decides to foul and send Plainfield to the line, you just want to make sure that nobody's in the act of shooting. Two free throws won't hurt you, but a 3 would tie it. And a foul would send Plainfield to the free throw line for a 1 and bonus. So Coach Johnson will call a timeout after seeing how Plainfield was set up. So a little bit of a chess match between Coach Johnson and Coach Binge. So 6.2 seconds, both teams with 17 fouls. Plainfield will have the ball. Possession arrow is in favor of Plainfield. So if there's a tie-up, it will stay with Plainfield. 3-point ball game with 6.2 seconds left. On the stakes here is a mid-state conference win. Artesian's looking to stay undefeated, 4-0 in conference. Plainfield looking to avoid going to a losing record in conference. They're 2-2. So here we go. Ball out of bounds from the side. Marlena Kemp will guard the inbound pass. Rhodes with it. She puts up a shot. It's in and out. Ball is tipped. Kemp has it. No foul. That will do it. And Martinsville gets the win as that shot from Rhodes went in and out. It was close to going in. That would have tied the game. But fortunately for the Artesians, it rims out. Marlena Kemp with the rebound and no fouls, and that will do it here at Plainfield High School. A 37-34 conference win for the Martinsville Lady Artesians. A great adjustment after they really struggled in the first half and then some in the early third quarter. Coach Johnson switched to that zone defense, really made Plainfield uncomfortable, and then Martinsville started to score some buckets off turnovers and just got a really big win here on the road for a conference W. I'd like to thank the camera operator that helped us out, made this broadcast happen. For everyone else from WREP 15 Sports, I'm Eric Burns. We will be live once again on YouTube tomorrow, Saturday night, for boys basketball at John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Artesians hosting the Eastern Green Thunderbirds. Until then, I'm Eric Burns. Good night, everybody.